Oh, it still had me singing over there. All right, all right. And we are live. Hey. As y'all can tell, I am feeling it. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm feeling it. I want this is what I'm gonna, and I'm gonna mention this later on in the call. Two songs I want folks to listen to after today. Yep, Jamaican funk, but listen to the lyrics. It- it- well, first, listen to Michael Jackson. Don't stop till you get enough, because he's not talking about a woman or sex. He's talking about the force. The force. Yeah, get the force in you. And then that's what that young lady on Jamaican Funk, that's what she's talking about. Let it get into me, let it get into you. Yeah, get past the superficial surface level of this music. Music is a communicator. So yeah, two songs. Definitely listen to Michael Jackson, Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, because he's talking about the same force that we talk about over here. He's talking about the cosmos. I remember one time he was either on Mike Douglas or what's his name? I can see him now. Had the glasses, white hair. Phil Donahue. Phil Donahue. I think he was on Phil Donahue. And Phil asked Michael Jackson, he's like, hey man, you're real creative and you write all this stuff. Where does your inspiration come from? And Michael Jackson looked at Phil Donahue and the rest of the audience, and in his own little way, he said, Jupiter. Everybody laughing, everybody thinking he's crazy. I was like, oh yeah, this boy is on to something. So yes, Michael Jackson, don't stop till you get enough. It's not talking about sex. It could be, but I'm way past some carnal thing. He's talking about getting Jupiter into you, getting Venus into you, getting Pluto into you, getting Earth into you. You're already born here. We already have all of this shit in our charts and with numbers and cards and shit. All we have to do is embrace it. Embrace it. There's nothing to fear. I've been going back and forth with some folks online who want to argue with me that astrology and numerology aren't sciences. And I'm like, okay, well, if you don't know that they're sciences, be live all you want. I said, I guarantee you this, come on my broadcast. Give me your real first, middle, and last name and your birth date. And I will show you the science behind both astrology and numerology. I'm amped up. I'm fired up. I'm grateful. Put my manifestation plan into effect on the 29th, just like it said in those 4 signs that I followed. I did each one of those. I want to take time out right now to acknowledge we have our first 2 received donations. Archangel Elenia, we appreciate your donation. Yes, we do. Don't laugh. We're not talking about nobody's amount. It's your donation made me and Ryan cry. And if I'm lying, Ryan, open up your mic and confirm what I just said. Yeah,
we appreciate it. We appreciate it like you wouldn't believe. We appreciate everybody. Everybody donation, we appreciate it.
You just don't know it. Yeah. And then Janet Angela Bates, also known as Janet Muhammad, also known as Asia, from London, England. She made her donation. There are others I've talked to. There are other donations coming. You too will get broadcast when your donation is received. I am grateful and thankful for everyone that is here. I'm thankful and grateful for everyone that can donate and will. I am thankful and grateful for everyone that can't donate but still will come. And I'm thankful and grateful for all the haters, because it's because of the haters the donations will triple. So we are thankful and we are grateful, man. We are frightfully close to be able to push this project over the finish line, get it into production. So again, little shameless self-promotion. I appreciate each and every one of you. I appreciate everybody who's paid for a reading before. I appreciate everybody who allowed me to test and perfect my craft with the thousands of free readings I gave before. I'm grateful and thankful for everybody that's been here from broadcast number 1 up until today. I'm thankful and grateful if this is your first broadcast. And I'm thankful and grateful for everybody and everything in between. We do this for y'all. Same for me. I got all the information right here in my head, and I could just live the rest of my life with this information in my head and practically use it for myself. I didn't incarnate for that. So yeah, for everybody who is going to donate, I'm already appreciative of you. For everybody who already has, you got your shout out. And yeah, we are that close, and I appreciate it. Ryan, you want to chime in with a little bit before we get going into our lesson today?
If I'm carrying on where we left off, I just appreciate everybody likewise with that same energy. I want everybody to know that even if it's not on your heart, if you haven't experienced the breakthroughs that we've given people, I know Miss Wendy, we said something maybe about 2 calls ago or 2 broadcasts ago, and it came to be last broadcast. It came out with what we gave you guys about July 29th. That was the most fortunate universal day in the last 12 years. We used it ourselves. I can't wait till we briefly go into how we used it ourselves. But it's just, I'm saying all that to say the power of engaging with this information and having people that can make it applicable to your day-to-day where you can transform your situation. We're using that, and that's what we come here to give. And that lifetime membership alone for your donation, whatever your amount is, doesn't matter. You're getting a lifetime membership. That alone, like I said, if it's not on your heart economically, just do the math. If you plan to be here and be around, then it makes sense to go ahead and never to have a membership payment. So lastly, feel free to bring people to the broadcast. Let Mark know you want to bring somebody, because we don't mind being put on the spot with these sciences. So I want to turn it back over, and I appreciate everybody showing up.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. We are back and we are live. This is On the Sevens with Pythers B Metatron, where we come to awaken, ascend, and expand. I am Pythers B Metatron, your host with the most. And today is a very good day to be me. You know, every day is a very good day to be me. I believe this, I know this, I live this, and I require this. So, and I guarantee you this, when you make that mantra a part of your daily rituals and go about doing the things that motivates and inspires you to do, your life too will get better each and every day exponentially. Before we get any further, I want to pay this bill right here. This broadcast is sponsored by Jolynn Herbert, author of Jolynn's Written Expressions. Jolynn Herbert is a licensed social worker with over 20 years of experience, a Mary Kay beauty consultant, and a motivational speaker. Her work includes poetry and memoirs that explore healing and transformation. She serves as a feature author and associate editor of Indie Incognito magazine and advocates for civil rights and adult mental health. Her voice uplifts communities and inspires growth across every corridor of our network as her stories continue to empower readers and listeners everywhere today. We're appreciative of our sponsor. Yes, we are. And we are appreciative of all the future sponsors that are on the way. It's good to see you, Josh. Good to see you, my brother. How you feeling? How you being today, brother? I can't hear you. Nope. All right, we'll get back to you. We'll get back to you. All right, all right. This is August 2026 monthly Master Self Universal Astrology Soul Vibrations. We're doing a little bit different. We're hitting some main themes for this month. First, I want to let you guys know that August 2026 this August is unlike any other August that any of us have lived through. I want to briefly mention there is a authentic self activation portal that's open right now that we can go up into this portal and pull down our most authentic self and pull down everything you want to manifest. It's a most opportune time right now. So we're gonna hit some themes that are deep diving in this one here. So I'm excited about what we got going on for the broadcast today. Archangel, open up and give us your preview of August, please.
Yeah, I definitely see August as a time to look deeper into what I wrote down as the high definition or the high quality exposure of our finances, our self-worth, relationships, our self-concept, our emotional reactivity with Mars going into Cancer, going into Virgo season. In the eclipse, we're going to be looking at the analytics that we need to be setting up for ourselves, whether that's personal or business, doing some back office work, as well as emotional renewal and release. Definitely some good releases that will take place. A lot of people be scared when eclipse season comes because they know change is going to happen.
Yeah.
And we want to embrace the change, but Leo's a fixed sign. So, I mean, change can be challenging, but it's not, impossible. It's not impossible.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And this season is going to show us why we will be even more motivated and passionate about the changes that we're going to make.
Very good. Very good. Want to say a nice, hearty and esoterically beautiful greeting to spiritual advisor Justel Kane. We are grateful for your presence this afternoon.
Thank you very much. I'm grateful to be here.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. All right. So we got 4 movements, I believe. Yeah, 4 movements that throughout these 4 movements, each one of us that is on this call and anybody else that even ain't on the call, soul journey altering. The month of August is your soul. This is the soul journey altering month, wherever each of us are headed. or wherever each of us thinks we are headed. Somehow, some way this month, there's going to be a course correction. Some of our course corrections is going to be subtle. It's going to be, we might just change one lane. We're on a 7-lane highway. We might just move over one lane to the left or move over one lane to the right. Some of us is on the totally wrong fucking road. And we're going to get bounced right into the middle of the road we are on. And some of us don't even know where to go to get to our road. Those folks will have an illumination and a big light and an arrow pointing you straight in your direction. This is the month. This is the month. So our movement number one, we're going to touch on the Aquarius and Leo nodes. This is the Soul's Journey Course Correction 17-month Ascension Portal. Runs from July 26th of 2026 all the way through March 26th of 2028. The Aquarius Leo nodes open a long luminous corridor where the soul is summoned to stand between cosmic purpose and radiant selfhood. This 17-month ascension portal is not a casual transit. It is a course correction mandate issued from the higher councils of your own being. The axis speaks. Aquarius calls you into the collective future, the field of networks, vision, and evolutionary service. Leo calls you into the throne room of your authentic self, the unedited heart that knows why you incarnated. In this portal, aligning your soul with your manifesting and emerging goals, desires, and active pursuits becomes non-negotiable. Manifestation that is not sourced from your soul begins to feel hollow, glitchy, and strangely off-tone. The Aquarius node scans your manifesting and emerging goals, desires, and active pursuits like a cosmic filter, asking, does this serve the greater pattern? Does this move my timeline forward? The Leo node scans your identity, asking, is this truly you? Or is this a costume worn for approval, survival, or habit? Together, they form a double gate of truth. You are invited to see your manifesting and emerging goals, desires, and pursuits as living extensions of your soul, not just items on a list. Emerging desires, manifesting projects, and progressing after active pursuits are no longer random. They are encoded transmissions from your higher blueprint. When you set an intention in this portal, the question is not only can I get this? The question now becomes, does this reflect who I actually am and who I am becoming? The nodes will amplify everything aligned and gently dissolve everything that is not. The second theme moves even closer to the heart. Aligning your manifesting and emerging goals, desires, and active pursuits with your authentic self. Here, Leo stands as the solar heart, insisting that your life must feel like you. No more performing a version of success that leaves your soul outside the door. No more chasing outcomes that require you to dim, fragment, or distort your essence. The Aquarius node then weaves your authentic frequency into the collective grid, magnetizing the people, opportunities, and timelines that resonate with your true frequency. This portal favors courageous self-revelation. You may feel called to change direction, rename your work, alter your relationships to ambition, visibility, and service. Some paths will complete. Some paths will intensify. The key is honest resonance. If your mind, body, and soul do not sing together, the course correction field activates. Over these next 17 months, manifestation becomes a spiritual practice of coherence. You are not only creating outcomes, you are sculpting a life where your manifesting and emerging goals, desires, and active pursuits stand in clear, luminous alignment with your authentic self and your soul's long-range trajectory. The Aquarius Leo nodes decree, let your future be built from who you truly are, and let who you truly are be given fully to your future. You've heard from me. What say you, Archangel Elenia?
Yeah, that was brilliant. Thank you for that. Definitely resonated. I definitely see here with the North Node with Pluto being here. This is a great time, of course, with the North Node in Aquarius. This is a fated change for humanity, but with Pluto, it's being a forced transformation of what humanity is. And also that requires an update to the technology, which always copies nature, and that's to advance intelligence. So the more that we advance intelligence through technology, the more requirement it is for us here to raise our vibration, because we're the ones that's controlling the advancement of the intelligence, because it's only copying us in nature itself. So with that transformation with humanity comes redemption from some, revolting reclamation of who people actually are. That was their identity for stolen, because the South Node Leo does, the sun taps into identity. And the sun is also a form of light, which is just information. So with this Leo being the light of information in the South Node, opposing Aquarius, this is a great time with Jupiter to magnify the royal lineage, lineages, or our own royalty that we may have forgotten on our path to becoming more deeper resonance with our own personal power. Um, there could be a lot of overload information with Uranus being in Gemini. That's like a lot of news, a lot of talking, a lot of different aspects of personal opinions about things that can overload during this transit as well. Currently, with Venus being in Libra, it gives us a bit of a sweet spot where we're able to get into our manifestation zone to help us with the innovation or the rebranding or the redecorating of how we see ourselves in the direction that we want to go in. Also, with the North Node Aquarius, this gives us a great opportunity to focus more on how we can contribute to causes that we know is righteous for not only ourselves, but for the advancement of the balance of the cosmos as well as Earth, which brings us to our heart centers. A lot of green and pink activity gonna be going on. Speaking of the South Node Leo, this is where we naturally feel comfortable when it comes to our confidence, even though Aquarius is knowing. Aquarius has the knowing, Leo has the confidence. And this is challenged with Jupiter during its transit here in Leo, because any and every time that there's vanity, there's arrogance, there's a need for control, or there is prejudice or any type of prejudgment, in order for us to save face, humility is going to be the remedy of those situations each and every time, in order for us to expand in our unknowing, which is what Pluto represents, the unknown world or the unknown realms. And Aquarius is the knowing, which bringing that to the front of our mind or to our knowledge through groups of people. So it's very important during these nodes that we continue to be in our winning circle, meaning surrounded by those who knows what to do, how to do, or they have already done it, or they have aligned desires and dreams that you also have. I also wanted to point out too, with this Pluto opposition to Pluto Leo, this is going to be a evolution for them, because it's forcing them to evolve or else. So the sharing of wealth that the Pluto Leo generation does have is going to be pretty much gifted during this time period to the Pluto Scorpio generation, simply because we're able to learn from the challenge that Leo and Scorpio have, which is Leo is about love and life and growth and generation, things growing with light and information. Whereas Pluto Scorpio is about the necessity in being comfortable with the unknown, being present with what is not seen, or even what's been heard, but you also are able to acknowledge in your soul and spirit. So Pluto Leo is going to pass the torch over to the Pluto Scorpio generation, which allows us to effectively teach the Pluto Aquarius generation that is currently being born at this time as well, because we have the innate inner knowingness that the Pluto Aquarius generation will know, but it's different from Scorpio's knowing because Scorpio's knowing is what cannot be seen, where Aquarius is already able to do the calculation. So coming together, that's more of an ascension for the further generations that are to come. So Pluto Leo will be able to be a great asset during this time, even though their Pluto is going to be conjunct the South Node. It helps them with the releasing of passing the torch to the next generation of wealth, which is the millennial reign. So during that time period as well, Venus is going to go retrograde this year. In October, the shadow period does begin in September. It will have its opposition with Saturn later in this month with the fire trine and then the sextile to the Venus and Libra. So going back to the Venus retrograde, it's going to start at 8 degrees Scorpio, and it's going to square off with Mars and Leo, which again is going to be with the South Node and Leo. So this is, again, us being challenged when it comes to our growth, when it comes to our values. And a lot of hidden values during Venus retrograde will come to the surface, which again is to clarify who we are, what are we standing for, and if it's a true resonance with who we are authentically, or if we just on some straight bullshit, or the people around us is just on some straight bullshit. Because it's going to get cut off. Value-wise, you will be cut off, or somebody else will be cut off, or situations will be cut off before we get to the Mars retrograde that takes place during winter going into spring. So overall energy for the North Node, South Node, I have this placement natally. So it's been real, like I'm feeling more like myself, like, okay, this is it. Like, just for real how I am. Like, this is for real what I feel. This is for real where I resonate. So I know a lot of people are going to start feeling that energy too. And even though people take the South Node as being something that's negative or bad, it's where you want to run from. But literally, it's just a balance between North Node where you're meant to go, and the South Node is where you feel comfortable. So all your skill sets that you naturally have are in your South Node. And the South Node Leo is going to show you how creative you are, how passionate you can be, how much joy you can bring to your life, and how much being your true authentic self from your heart, not just from your mind, not just from your knowing, which Aquarius is a very great mental space, but Leo is the counterpart to that where the heart is concerned. So the South Node is going to help us tap back into that heart center space where we can balance it out with the Aquarius knowing, with the forward movement, with the edification that has to take place, giving people their land back, giving people their wealth back. And it doesn't necessarily have to be physical materials when it comes to wealth, because wealth comes in all forms. All forms. And Jupiter Leo with the South Node is going to show all of us how much wisdom is one of the greatest wealths that the Pluto Leo generation is going to pass on to the Pluto Scorpio generation.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that. All right. Movement number 2 is centered around the 8-8 Lion's Gate. The authentic self activation and goal manifestation portal. Before I get into this 8-8 Lionsgate, I want you guys to realize 8-8, 2 8s, 16-7 tower. Think about it. Make the connection. 8-8. 16-7. If you know about the tarot, go look up the tower card. This activation, this authentic self-activation and goal manifestation portal is open. It opened on July 26th, same day as this nodal move, and it runs through August 12th, 2026. Got 8 more days, 7 days and a wake up. The strongest period is the 7th, 8th, and 9th. August 7th, August 8th, August 9th is the power period of the portal. However, from the 26th to the 12th, you have access to everything that is in the portal. The 7th, 8th, and 9th, yeah, you got ultimate and unfettered access. All right? All right. The 8-8 Lionsgate opens a solar throne room, a concentrated corridor where the universe turns its full attention towards your authentic self and the reality you are building from it. During this portal, the light is not neutral. It is a discerning fire designed to reveal every outdated version of you that no longer carries truth. This Lionsgate asks for a radical act, releasing every outdated version of yourself and fully embracing your authentic self as the only valid center of creation. Old identities, masks, roles, and survival personas begin to feel heavy, ill-fitting, and impossible to maintain. The solar current moves through your field, illuminating where you have performed instead of lived, where you have shrunk instead of stood, and where you have negotiated away your essence for belonging, safety, or security. This is not punishment. It is liberation through clarity. This Lionsgate roars. You are no longer required to be who you were. You are invited to be who you are. As you release these outdated versions, space opens for a profound, authentic self-activation. This is not a single moment. It is a sequence of recognitions. You remember what you love without apology. You remember the voice that speaks from your soul core. You remember the way your energy moves when it is not constrained or restricted. This portal amplifies every choice that honors your authentic self and gently dissolves every choice that contradicts it. Your life becomes a mirror. Where you stand in truth, power flows. Where you stand in distortion, power stops. Within this heightened field, your manifesting and emerging goals, desires, and active pursuits move higher up into a new octave. The 8-8, 16-7 tower vibration carries themes of truth, authenticity, personal power, goal desire, and active pursuit manifestation, and progressive materialization. During this 8-8 Lionsgate portal phase, these themes are purified. You are invited to examine every goal, every desire, and every active pursuit. With this, is this aligned with my authentic self? Does this desire arise from my soul or from an inherited script. When you're manifesting and emerging goals, desires, and active pursuits are sourced from your true center, your authentic self, the portal functions as an accelerator and as a golden engine of manifestation. This movement also speaks directly to individual sovereignty and soul-led leadership. The lion archetype is not merely confident. It is rooted in essence. Sovereignty here means owning your energy and power, owning your choices and decisions, and by owning your soul's journey without outsourcing authority to external approval. Soul-led leadership means guiding your life and lifestyle, and by illuminating your audience and communities where relevant from your soul core level inner alignment rather than from performance-based preoccupations. You are invited to step into a leadership that feels like your own skin, which is a delightful way of living and being that does not require you to fragment yourself. Finally, the portal is a gateway into every new soul-aligned beginning. As outdated versions fall away, new timelines appear. Projects, relationships, creative works, and callings that match your activated authentic self. This 8-8 Lionsgate portal does not simply bless these beginnings. It tests their coherence. If they resonate with your authentic self, the field opens, resources gather, and manifestations quickens. If they do not, they fade. From July 26th to August 12th, you stand in a royal corridor where the universe asks one central question. Will you allow your life, your goals, your desires, and your leadership to be fully, unapologetically aligned with who you truly are? That's the question. Archangel, you got any follow-up, or am I just going to open this up? Yes, we're going to open this up. Justel Kane, you go right ahead.
I just have something really quick, that a couple things.
It don't have to be quick. Take your time.
Okay, so first and foremost, my North Node is in Aquarius. So right now, Pluto is like, I think it's 5 degrees Aquarius. So yeah, it's sitting right there. Second, my Moon is in Leo and in 0 degrees, and my South Node is in Leo. So right now, I can feel the activation. Today, I woke up at 2:40 this morning, and I've been up pretty much ever since. I literally wrote down today, I was like, this is the only thing I have to do if I don't do anything else. This is what I wrote. Organize your life like your future depends on it. And then I said, align with my highest purpose. That's literally what I wrote today. I'm like, oh my gosh. I literally wrote that today. And I was like, that's all I have to do today. And then I said, I got a little sidetracked, and I was like, I'm still like, I have to remember, like my whole life, I went through an excavation. Like, I'm a Taurus. Uranus just ran through my 12th house for the last 7 years. So a lot has changed since then. And I am so excited about this moment. I am so excited. And you know what? I thought I was late because I kept on like starting over and having all these false starts. And now I realize I'm right on time.
Always right on time. Always. Thank you for that, Justo. Anybody else? Go ahead, Archangel. If you got it, go ahead. If not, anybody else? Yeah, this is a fine time. I mean, I don't know how much more I can emphasize where we really are right now. All of us, some way, shape, or form, always talk about, man, I just want to be myself. I just want to be me. And it used to be I want to be myself and have folks accept all of that, but now fuck all of that. It's just, why can't I just be me? Well, you can be you right now. Just going up into the portal and pull you down, pull your own ass back down. You could be you, the authentic version of you. And then the other thing that all of us have said some way, somehow in our life, man, if I could just push this product over the finish line, or man, if I just had time to do this, I could make this work, or man, I am just so close to having all of this come together. Well, guess what? You're really close to having it all come together, and you have tremendous goal, desire, and active pursuit, manifestation, power available to you. All you have to do is just tap in, get clear. Don't write 99, 40, 11 million team, 11 things down. Write 2, 3. Okay, write 3 things you want to manifest. And get serious and tap in. Tap in. We're going to begin the tapping in process at the end of the broadcast. I'm going to conduct a meditation, but tap in during your meditation. Tap in. Be mindful as you're walking around these next 7 days about what you want to manifest and about where you want to go with your spirituality and what you want to do vocationally, and embracing your authentic self and kicking off the performance, the piece of you that goes along to get along. Yeah, get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. The piece of you that somebody talk crazy to you and you just like, oh, well, I'm just going to let that get your ass out of here. The piece of you that shrinks yourself so that someone else can feel big or important, the fuck out of here with that shit. Gone. Gone. Embrace your authentic self and don't give a fuck who embraces it other than you. That's the power that we have right now. Right now. Any comments, any questions before we move on to movement number 3? Y'all can tell I'm fired up over here. And when Archangel was given her dissertation on the nodes, yeah, my boys was fucking with me and giving me a damn download. That's why it sounded like I was bopping my head. And yeah, I wasn't bopping my head to some song or something. Yeah, they was dealing with me about something. So yes. Go ahead, Ryan.
What I would say is, I think Justel kind of opened the floor for everything that we've been on. So I appreciate her opening up and being transparent, because it could be as simple as this. No matter what your frequency is, no matter what is accessible to you, or what energies that you are built with and you have available to you, we're going through an adaptive era. We're going through an adaptive age. So you have to adapt to your main character. So to sum it all up, everybody heard what Justel said. Justel said she wrote herself a note. I'm paraphrasing to sum it up. She basically wrote her a note to herself, organized like my future depended on it. And what we're telling you is use that and just add one more bit of season on top of that. Organize as the main character that you already are. Whatever your next main character is, whatever that transformation looks like, do everything. The same thing I was telling y'all broadcasts ago. Identify what the bold you is and pay attention. Use awareness as power. Awareness and attention is a laser. It depends on where you point it. If you point your attention on, damn, I just made the decision I would always make and got the short end of the stick. Make the decision of what your new main character, what the bold you would do. All of us have to do that, no matter what planet you're in, what house you're in. Overall, as a species, as a planet, we have to become more adaptive. So right now, you have the space to not just organize your life like the ideal version of you. Whatever that ideal version of you looks like, whatever she does this week to meet her organization goals, just do that unapologetically. Don't even allow your they call it a virus of the mind. That part of you where you start talking yourself out of something you was gonna do. Like, for example, it's something you probably was gonna do this morning, was gung-ho about. When that alarm went off, you talked yourself out of it. So pay attention to when you're talking yourself down and away from your main character, and identify and be aware when you can make the main character decision, which is going to be uncomfortable. And when you get uncomfortable, you got to get a smile on your face and put one foot in front of the other anyway. So what I would say to Justel is hit your organization goals like the greatest version of you would hit them. And don't talk yourself down or back away from any of those decisions you have to make when you know that you're making them as the greatest version of you.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Natanya, go right ahead.
That was an accident. I didn't mean to
There are no
raise my
accidents.
hand.
There are no accidents. How you feeling and how you being?
I feel good. Actually, I feel better than I have in a long time. Like I told you, I have a lot of great things going on, but I'm overwhelmed, I guess, because of it all. Like, I don't know, like it's just so much. So I'm definitely maintaining a space of gratitude, but I'm grateful for the challenges because I feel like in this time, these past couple of weeks, I have been stretched in ways that I hadn't been, and it's been kind of back to back too, but I have not been as fretful. I've handled it better. So I've learned, you know what I mean? Like, the challenge is going to come.
Yes.
Right. So I handled it well. So I handled it well. So
good. Well, I just want to let you know from what I see, you look lighter, you look less burdened, you look less bothered by outside influences, and you all glowing and shining and shit. So there you go. Keep up the good, whatever you're doing, keep up that good work.
Yeah, it's gratitude. Like, seriously, I've been working this. I'm reading the magic. So I'm using my tools. I'm going back to my toolbox too. Like, so I don't know, man. I just feel good. I can't explain it. Like I do.
Some things don't need to be explained. You're displaying it. You don't have to explain it when it's obvious. It's just obvious. So keep doing what you've been doing.
All right. Thank you. I received that.
All right. Thank you for that. Thank you. All right. Moving number 3. New moon, solar eclipse. Oh, so don't nobody hang up now that I've said the E word, the eclipse word. Don't nobody get all, start feeling some type of way. I love eclipses myself. August 12th, we'll experience the Leo new moon solar eclipse. The Leo new moon solar eclipse is a heart ignition event. A cosmic spotlight pouring directly into your chambers of confidence, creativity, romance, play, and the living joy of being your authentic self. When the sun and moon fuse in Leo under eclipse conditions, the universe does not simply whisper about change. It recalibrates the stage of your life. So it takes the choice and decision of change out of your own hands. Yeah. For the next 6 months, the personal arenas ruled by Leo become highly charged. confidence, creativity, romance and dating, games, sports, recreation, speculation, hobbies, and children all move into the foreground as living classrooms of our evolution. This eclipse carries a dual movement, challenge and invitation. It may expose where your confidence has been conditional, where your creativity has been muted, where romance has been scripted rather than felt, where play has been postponed, and where joy has been treated as a reward instead of a birthright. Situations can arise that test these areas. Relationships shift, creative projects demand more courage, children mirror your authenticity, and risks feel more real. The eclipse is not against you. It is for your alignment, pressing gently and yet firmly on the places where you have outgrown your old patterns. At the same time, this Leo new moon solar eclipse opens portals for new beginnings. Long-term changes are in the works, not as sudden chaos, rather as a slow, powerful turning of the wheel. You may feel a pull towards a new creative path, a different way of dating or loving, a renewed relationship with your body through sport or movement, a deeper commitment to joy, or a more conscious engagement with your children, your own or the children of the world. Each of these is a doorway into more authentic expression of your individual Leo field. Confidence here is not performance. It is rooted self-trust. The eclipse asks, can you stand in who you are without needing constant validation? Woo. Creativity is not only art. It is the way you shape your days, your choices, and your responses. Romance is not only partnership. It is the way you court life itself. Games, sport, and recreation become mirrors of how you handle risk, competition, and play. Speculation reveals your relationship with possibility. Hobbies show what you do simply because your soul delights in it. Children reflect your capacity to nurture innocence and wonder. Over these next 6 months, major developments in the personal areas ruled by Leo are likely. Some stories will begin. Others will end so that new ones can emerge. You may recommit to an existing romance or creative passion, or you may recognize that something has reached completion and step towards a fresher, truer expression. The eclipse's deeper mandate is clear. Let your life be shaped by what genuinely lights you up. Where you have dimmed, you are invited to brighten. Where you have played small, you are invited to expand. Where you have withheld joy, you are invited to release it. This Leo new moon solar eclipse writes a new chapter in your relationship with confidence, creativity, love, and play. One where your heart leads, your joy matters, and your life becomes a living canvas for your authentic fire. All right. I didn't talk enough. Archangel, what say you?
Yeah, so August 12th, when this new moon takes place at 20 degrees Leo. If you're familiar with your chart, go ahead and look and see where 20-degree Leo sits, what house it is in. That'll give you a bit more of a personal touch to how this new moon is going to eclipse. This new moon eclipse is going to clip you. First thing that popped up to me is that it's 5 Leo placements. So we have the sun, the moon, Mercury will be in Leo, which is going pretty fast this month. Jupiter will be in Leo, and of course we got the last point, which is the South Node being in Leo. So with that being said, And I also want to point out too how all this ties together coming into the new year. When Mars stations direct, it will be also at this exact point, which is 20 degrees Leo. So everything that the eclipse is helping us to initiate into building momentum, to create, and to be, the Mars retrograde, when it takes place from February to April, is going to be us doing a review and an edit of what needs to be removed and what needs to be reinvigorated. So during this time that we're currently present in, during like the month of August, during this eclipse season, put balls to the walls, put your entire self into it, like throw your entire being into what you are creating right now that is called your life. And don't worry about trying to make it perfect. South Node Virgo is over. Okay. Allow yourself to be extremely creative. Now, with Mercury sextile over to Uranus and Gemini, which is also trining Venus, this is about taking our business or our creativity to the next level during this quarter four. It's time to get more organized with creating a flow for ourselves, which later in the month will require us looking at the logistics. But with Jupiter, it brings a touch of legislation, taxes, law, things being handled fairly when put in action, especially when it comes to children, the youth, art, entertainment field. With the opposition to Pluto, is making sure that all of these aspects in society and within ourselves are going to be purified, where we can be more self-reliant. And more self-awareness means that we can detached from the celebrity cult that is currently dying, because self-awareness is going to be the real currency, not vanity. So with Uranus sextiling, this gives us an opportunity to go with the flow of the changing of our minds, or changing until we find that right spot where we feel aligned, like this is me, this is a reflection of who I am, and continue to move forward until we meet another space where we have to do another switch or change in our story that we're creating for ourselves. With the trine over to Pluto with Uranus, this is us emancipating ourselves from false gods or false ideals, from old society or generational trauma, or even traditionalist groups that have been spreading a lot of misinformation that they call journalism. So everyone is going to start breaking free from that aspect of allowing the news or the main word of the day to control how we see ourselves and how we move in the world. So with Saturn being retrograde, creating a trine over to the new moon while it's leading up to the apex, this wide fire trine is going to help us to review our structures or the wisdom that we're going to be aligning ourselves with when it comes to a new moon, which is about initiating new feelings regarding how we attract or how attractive we are to what it is that we want to create in those creations. Being able to dream bigger than we've allowed ourselves to dream in the past before. Speaking of that, with the fire, the new moon trining over to Lilith and Sagittarius with the new moon, this is allowing us to decide again, where is our freedom, where is our expansion, and what it is that we are here to create. We can feel like our own celebrity when we are centering ourselves in our own movie. We want to imagine our life as a movie where we are the main character. This is a good time to read or watch expressions of art that generally vibrate with where we are in our self-love or in our creative passions. With Venus and Libra being here during the new moon eclipse as well, that sextile does bring new romances, does bring new passions that come online. And we can even see those on screen as well. If you need some, I want to say like a trigger, if you're having issues with trying to visualize or get into that frequency that you're trying to touch, use art forms that's already been created to do so, to help you visualize your own way of how you would want your life to go. This new moon Leo is about putting love into action, with Saturn and Aries coming into an increasing square during this eclipse season as well. Divine masculine or men may feel more pain or sadness when it comes to reviewing the history. Things could be triggering for the divine masculine or wounded divine masculine. Wounded divine masculine isn't isolated to just men, but I am going to mention men being able to elevate during this time because there's so much energy and fire and air, just like we went through a lot of water and earth. The divine feminine had a push spiritually to do a reset that the divine masculine is currently receiving at this time, with the outer planets being in masculine energy. But this is a divine reset for the divine masculine, and it's not exactly the same thing, but it is a same. It is a reset for them as well. So this is about discovering our uniqueness and using that as a complement with each other, as we are all partners on Earth and taking care of Earth all together in friendship, love, or general concern or protection of any relationship type. This is a time for us to also stop minimizing each other's attributes as a fault, getting away from the mentality where people can't be greater than you or people can't shine brighter than you or brighter than another. We all are stars. We all have equal power that we're going to be using to manifest, and we should continue to encourage each other to use that power and that joy of that Leo sun energy as well. So, we want to continue to view ourselves as supreme, and this is a special message to men, is to continue to view yourself as special, continue to view yourself as supreme. A lot of men over time has accumulated, just like the divine, just like women have accumulated some bad rep or bad attachments to what being a man is like. If you are already set on course to put yourself in alignment with being the greatest version of who you are, as a man, you deserve to see yourself as supreme. It doesn't mean having a superiority complex, but it does mean allowing yourself to love yourself enough to not settle for less, allowing yourself to care more about yourself than maybe you had in the past. And with that being said, this gives us or the men give an opportunity to be less about material wealth and be more into emotional intelligence from a spiritual aspect, and not just with practical household structures, but also when it comes to how you structure your emotional bandwidth to carry the truth of being who you are on a soul level, knowing that you are worthy of divine respect and to live a life that you want to live, you love to live, and you've always liked yourself to live. You don't have to back away from that. You don't have to steer away from that. You can dive deeply into your bag with that. And it doesn't make you less of a human, because I see a lot of men um, do the performance, the South Node Leo performance. And Aquarius North Node is going to require you to be more authentic and be real with yourself, be real with the men you're also around. If they can measure up to the value system that you're creating for yourself, if they can, great, continue to move as a unit. If not, continue to, bob and weave as you gotta go, because you don't want to be associated with something that is not authentic, birds of a feather. Okay. Sad as it is, it's still true. So with Neptune retrograde, also in a trine over here with Mercury, this is allowing us to uncloud the mind, remove those old messages or messengers during these transit, where with Chiron being 0 degrees in Taurus, there's a slight square with Mercury, but this is about the financial system, the money and business system, how all that is currently retrograde that needs to heal. But that's also a healing that has to happen within as well, where you're not equating yourself to how much money you have or how much finance you can do. You need to be equating yourself to I am soul, I am the soul. That is where your bag is. That is where your wealth is. And whatever you continue to manifest authentically from that place will automatically grant you this material success that you've always known you're able to have. You don't have to listen to what the news is saying, because we don't have to associate or be on the channel of lack. We can always be on the channel of gratitude and abundance. And Jupiter and Leo is helping us to tap into that childlike creativity and expand it with this new moon eclipse. So there's going to be a lot of education on unison, tribes, organization, or people who have a great cause that is backed by pure fun, entertainment. With this sextile with Chiron to Mars during this eclipse, this is a great opportunity to start taking action on things that we've thought about during this Mercury retrograde in Cancer that we need to start acting on, which is the past lessons. So we're not repeating anything, but we're using them as building blocks to where we know we want to go. And that gives us the luxury of seeing, like Justel said, seeing that future self, being proud and happy of who we are and what we've accomplished just in one day at a time. So with that Mars and Cancer transit that's coming up, this is about protecting ancient or ancestral wisdom. The story of Sophia will come up in some way, shape, or form. A lot of stories about the divine feminine warriors and the origin stories of creation is going to be way more dominant, not to put women on a pedestal, but for all of us who tap into our divine feminine energy to give it the needed respect it deserves, but also know that it can only be that great with the complement of the divine masculine at the side of it. Okay, so it's no competition. All right, so yeah, overall, I do see this new moon giving us expanded vision, ability to dream bigger, renew our innocence, release propaganda, fake love, bring life back into ourselves, more passion and personal reflections. The tension will be from demonstrating emotional intelligence with ignorance, or those who are just less aware of themselves. That's where the conflict will come up. But we do have the ability to work it out by taking time to return to our childlike joy expressions, childlike self expression that can only come from you knowing your authentic self. You want to expand in your dreams and your vision. Expand yourself, your dreams so big that what you think is unrealistic is the norm. That's how big you want to go. You don't want to shortchange yourself right now. Okay. If you do, good, because I did have a dream about writing stuff down and then seeing it come to life. So if you are a writer and you do like to do those things, if you do channel through writing as well, that could definitely be a great medium for you. Repeat as needed, act as if it's already accomplished, daydream, make up a main character energy that you just want to live out until it's not even a character no more. It's really just who you are because you already resonate with it. You just had, with the South Node, some type of cognitive dissonance that wouldn't allow you to feel your complete self. You can get rid of that now. Okay. And you can do all of that knowing that everybody else around you is equally feeling the exact same way. And we can do all of this together. There doesn't have to be necessary division or, conflict. So this new moon is allowing us to become our bold self, which I did write down, and he did bring that up again. It is allowing us to become our bold selves, and it gives us the ability to release what no longer is enjoyable about life. If you're not enjoying it, why are you still doing it? If it's not bringing you closer to your dreams, why are you still participating? If they're not, the city, the situation, whatever it is, needs to change to bring you back into alignment with your joy, do it unapologetically. Do not have Saturn. Don't give explanations to people about why you've changed. They know exactly why you changed. They just want to see if you're going to go back and explain yourself. And we don't do that. We don't have to do that either. Yeah. So overall, this is a great. I feel like this is going to be a great eclipse season. There's going to be a lot of fun to be had as long as you stay out of the bucket of mess that is being stirred up, propaganda bullshit by the media. If you could stay out of that and stay focused on your path, you'll be great. You ain't gonna be worried about how much something costs. You're not gonna be worried about if you can fly somewhere. That's not what you're supposed to be focused on anyway. The only thing you need to be focused on is I can, okay? Because we can and we will and we have, which is why it's just about enjoying the journey.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, just still go right ahead.
So a few things. That's the premise of these podcasts is to help people get in alignment with themselves. And so as we continue to move on, because I can't wait. I'm so excited about my segment. But the whole premise is, and I love what she just said, is that at the end of the day, it is about getting in alignment with yourself. And the thing that I say all the time is the reason why I don't have time to be minding other people's business because my life is so exciting. Like diving into my chart, whether it's through numerology or astrology or the cards, my life is exciting. I don't have time to think about what other people are doing. So hopefully, when it's all said and done, coming to this podcast, hopefully we can help you find your path and you guys get so busy with your own life, fall in love with yourself again, You ain't gonna have time to be looking at other celebrities because you're gonna realize you a celebrity in your own right. And Lainey's right. Right now, everything is falling, and Hollywood is on its way out, and I'm loving it. I'm liking the crash out. So, yes, I just wanted to say that, and then I also wanted to say this too. I went through a lot last year, and one of the things that I came to the conclusion of is that I realized I wasn't the main character in my own life, and that was a problem. And I had to fix that. And since then, since the breakup, I left a job that I did for 13 years. I cut my hair. I went and got a full body massage that I hadn't gotten in years. I was like, this is so amazing. And so the interesting thing is like, as soon as like, it was so funny when I cut my hair. I literally looked in the mirror. I was about to jump in the shower, and just the thought of having to comb my hair and all the energy and the products. And I said, you know what? I just got a razor. I just cut it off. And you know what I felt? I felt liberated. It was the most amazing feeling. And I love it. I love it. I've never shaved all my hair off, and it has been the most empowering thing that I've ever done. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. And this is so amazing. I'm so excited. And I want to share one more thing. I keep saying one more thing. What's so funny, when I was in the darkest times of my life, I wasn't seeing signs. They were there. I just didn't recognize them. And it's so funny. I'm so grateful. Every morning there's this hummingbird that comes and visit me every day. And I know it's a sign because hummingbirds bring joy.
Yes, they do.
And I'm at the point in my life, if it's not fun, I don't want to do it. That's it.
Hummingbirds bring expansion to you as well. Yes, Natanya, go right ahead. The hummingbirds bring expansion to you as well.
I'm expanding, so I'm right on time.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead, Natanya.
I just want to acknowledge the synchronicity, her even mentioning her cutting her hair. And I'm happy to see Elenia has cut hers because I've been thinking about it. So I was like, oh, that's confirmation. Because I literally just went and got my hair done. I had said I was gonna cut it, but I let her go on and do it. But yeah, so that's perfect. I'm alignment. I like that. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. Anybody else?
I'm glad you mentioned that, Natalia, because the thing about this soft nose switching over to Leo too is because I've been asking for years for people to cut my hair. And they kept telling me, no, it's so long, it's so pretty. You don't want, I'm like, I ain't asked you all that. You only asked you to cut, and they would refuse to cut my hair. And I was like, what is wrong with y'all? So I said, you know what? This gonna get done one way or another. I'm not playing around with y'all. I know that I need to be cutting my hair. I just feel the energy. It's like release, release, release.
right.
Just let it
Yes.
go.
That's what I
Just
was
start over.
feeling.
It's
Yes.
hair. It'll grow back.
Uh-huh.
It did
Absolutely.
before. It will again. Like it's
Mhm.
nothing to worry about. So when I finally got out the seat, and I was just like, oh man, it's finally gone. Like the weight of everything that I was carrying, everything that I was connected to for like the last few years, it's like it's all gone now. Like I could finally like free think, just free move. And then I went to pick my daughter up, and my stepmother was like, I was thinking about doing the exact same thing, and I got scared.
Mhm.
And I saw you did it. I said, well, do it. Because you know how long I've been trying to do this? And I kept getting blockage after blockage. And I'm like, you know what? I'll just grow through it. I'll just grow through it. And it's been too many situations. It was like, I thought I was just going to go grow through it. And it was like, nah, we're not doing that no more. Let's just cut it. People, places, things, hair, just cut it and start over. Can't go wrong.
Mhm.
Yes.
Hello,
Can I? Can I?
everyone.
Oh,
Go ahead, Jolene first and then Justil.
Hi. I just wanted to say hi. I am enjoying this conversation as always. It's just, this should be like an everyday conversation. every day. Every day. It should be a conversation throughout your livelihood, wherever you go, here, there, everywhere. And you hear me?
Yes. Yes,
Oh,
we
and
do.
okay. And so
Yeah,
I'm just enjoying this conversation and I was taking notes. So I'm just going to go through really quick my notes if that's okay.
that's okay.
Um, I love the alignment. The last couple of 5 months, I don't know what's going on with me, but I bought a sewing machine. I bought crochet tools, and and then recently I just changed my schedule so I could have a 3-day weekend. And so I go to the community center. Now remember, I just bought a sewing machine. I bought everything for crochet and sewing, and already I had keyboards. I have a keyboard or two. I go to the community center, and it's like that's the first time I went over there because really I didn't have time before. I'm trying to find time for myself, and guess what? They offer free piano classes. I mean, I'm just feeling that this is an opening, it's a continuation. You remember a couple of years ago, you said that 7 year, we had that same 7 year, remember?
Yes.
Um,
Yeah.
7 year, you can explain it to everybody. But I feel like I'm still in that 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
And
You
I'm feeling like I'm exploring what I wanted years ago, but now, right, it's coming through. And if I don't
absolutely.
even have to, you know, suffer for it, thank
No,
goodness.
it
I just
walks
have
up.
to find the I just have to find the time. So when we're talking about competition, that's what we're competing. We're competing with trying to find time, just trying to figure out ourselves. That's the alignment. I think we carry so much of external weight. The body doesn't deserve that. The body loves it so much, it will hold it until it be like, okay, Jolene, okay, we can't, no, right? And so it's our responsibility to have this cleanse, mental cleanse, emotional cleanse, physical cleanse, visualization cleanse, all of it, because we need that oxygen. And then once we feel that for ourselves without going outside of ourselves trying to get validation from here and there and the cat in the corner, it's like almost gonna backfire. Because if it doesn't come from within, right? It's just lost and you can't grab onto it. And so that's like AI. People are getting in trouble with AI because no one wants to write their own papers, but they're not going to be satisfied when they get their grade because it's not a genuine experience for them. And so I think it's always, I love that. The alignment. What else I got? Oh, self-trust. When we go above and beyond, that's where we get our anxiety from. That's where we get our worry from. That's where we start clenching our teeth because we're not getting something. You think you need to hear it from someone else. I tell everybody there's a public library. The library is free. The library card is free. Read, 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 read. I think reading is like an intimate thing, and we always have to read. I tell my clients all the time, and I tell it before they graduate from the program I work for, they have to get a library card. If we don't use the library cards, we're going to lose that resource. So everybody, please get a library card. And then, what else? And then our authentic self, without being authentic, you're kind of lost because you're just not being able to say yes, no. You're just in, oh, maybe in between. But if your yes and your no is not clarified, I'm sorry, it's going to be confusing for you and everyone else around you. And so for years, I love, even before I loved the conversation. And I want to tell you a story. Um, do you have time? And I learned that when I was in high school. Now, when I don't know if you know, in the Bronx, you go to high school and you can go to a program where they'll place you to work.
Yeah.
It's a paid internship. It's called work something. It was years ago. But
Yeah.
so
I just
my major, my mother picked my major, which is business, typing, of course, showing hand, all that, typewrite, all that. And really, I didn't like it. Like, but I had to do what I had to do. So, so my couple of weeks with the internship, they put me down in an office downtown by Brooklyn Bridge. I loved the experience because initially they put me in the back. I was able to file papers, just file, mind my business, be quiet, filing. And then the following day, 2 days or something after that, where they put me in the front. They put me in the front with a typewriter. This is late 80s, a pad, a pencil, and the phone. The phone. I'm telling you, after 2 hours, they couldn't fire me. They couldn't have fired me. I was in high school. I turned around and I said, can't he answer his own phone? Once I said that, I was free. I think that experience set me free because I don't have to do what I don't want to do. When we
Absolutely.
fall into this thing where we find ourselves doing what we got, everybody got to do what they do. But if it's too long, if the experience too long and too weighted, you're gonna be miserable. That's not being in alignment. And
Right.
so I'm so happy I got that experience before I was 20. And it set me to a really, really, really free freedom of who I could be. And I'm still working towards that. And I'm a writer, I'm a licensed social worker, I'm doing all these things, and I'm not even a high achiever. It's just
Yes, you are.
time gave me that time to do what I had to do. And so I think if we find that alignment naturally, start from your gut, it'll be easier to
Hmm.
set it forth for yourself. And I really appreciate all of it, all of this. I love it. I wish I can be on it more, but I do listen to the shows, and I miss you and all that good stuff. So
Well,
yeah,
we miss you and we thank you for your sponsorship, Jolene.
thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Justel, you had your hand up. Go right ahead, love.
I forgot what I was about to say, but I like what Jolene just said. It's so funny. I think about a month ago, because I'm a career coach, so I'm always looking for free resources. And it's really funny that she said that. I went and got a library card, and not too far because I already have one that's like right up the street from my house. But anyway, long story short, my goal is to go to every library that's close in my county and basically get a library card because she's right. If we don't use these resources, they're going to take it for one. And two, then it gives you like I'll have access to like just millions of resources. So anyway, I just wanted to share that. And I forgot what else I was going to share before that, but she is absolutely right. Go out and get library cards.
Absolutely. I want to let everybody know that every city I've ever lived in and or was a frequent visitor in, I've had a library card. I love the library, bro. I worked in the library in high school. That I what I what when I give y'all I could be vulnerable now. When I was a younger man and was single and I wanted to go look for a chick, I go in the library. What? And I'm not
At
going
least you were looking for smart women.
yeah, to the club. I'm not
That's
going
right.
to the where we gamble. No, I'm going in the library to look for a girl. That's yeah, because there are smart girls in the library. Yeah, I'm
But
serious.
well, that's true. That's true. One more thing. When in the late 80s, they used to have this big, gigantic career book. Big, gigantic. You remember?
Yeah,
Yes, you remember. And it was a beautiful thing. And we know you see what you don't want to deal with. I didn't want to deal with blood. I didn't want to deal with any of that conversation. Nothing. Later on, I had to work in a hospital, but as a social worker, not that. And so I think the technology has removed this natural discovery. And I wish that it would be grown into a program, a building. Times change so much. And I think with us who is in a later generation, if we keep talking how we had our experiences, it'll help the younger generation. And I really think so. And I do that all the time through my job, but thank God I have that opportunity to do that because we have to do that.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I myself, I'm going to trust the work of the universe to do its work as all of the world, our planet, and everything that is inhabited on this planet is in the midst of a return to Mayat, a return to balance. So those things that you just mentioned, Jolene, that you desire come back, they're on their way naturally through the return to balance and the return to the center and the return to Maya. All right. Let's move on to movement number 4, the Pisces partial lunar eclipse. It's at the end of the month, August 28th. The Pisces partial lunar eclipse arrives as a soft disillusion portal, a lunar threshold where the emotional body, the spiritual body, and the subconscious self begin a slow, sacred reorganization. Pisces does not erupt. Pisces erodes. This eclipse does not shatter illusions, it melts them, allowing truth to rise gently from beneath the surface. Over the coming months, you enter a period of gradual emotional and spiritual adjustments and a steady recalibration that brings you closer to clear-eyed spiritual maturity. This eclipse highlights every place where you have drifted into fantasy, escapism, or spiritual habits that once served you, yet now feel outdated. Pisces rules the dream realm, the imagination, the inner ocean where longing, fear, hope, and avoidance all swim together. When the moon is eclipsed here, the tides shift. You begin quietly releasing illusions you did not realize you were carrying. You notice where you have idealized people or situations, where you have desired reality will bend to your comfort, and where you have used spiritual practices to soothe rather than evolve. I hear you. This eclipse does not judge these patterns. It simply reveals their expiration dates. As the months unfold, you may find yourself reducing avoidant behaviors almost without effort. Conversations you once postponed begin to feel necessary. Emotions you once suppressed rise with clarity. Responsibilities you once escaped now feel manageable. Pisces teaches through subtlety. The healing happens in small recognitions, in gentle shifts, and in quiet decisions. You realize that certain fantasies were holding you in place, preventing you from stepping into the next chapter or next phase of your life. This eclipse guides you towards acceptance and towards the understanding that a healing chapter is gently closing. Spiritual practices also undergo refinement. Rituals, beliefs, or routines that once felt expansive may now feel heavy or repetitive. You are invited to release what no longer aligns with your evolving consciousness. This is not a loss, it is graduation. This eclipse encourages practices that deepen your presence, that sharpen your intuition, and that strengthen your emotional honesty. You move from spiritual comfort to spiritual clarity, and from dreamy transcendence to embodied wisdom. The emotional body softens during this period. Old wounds rise not to overwhelm you, rather to be witnessed with new maturity. Pisces dissolves the edges around pain, allowing you to feel without drowning. You may experience moments of profound tenderness, nostalgia, or quiet grief as illusions fall away. These emotions are not setbacks. They are signs that your inner waters are clearing. Over these next several months, this eclipse guides you toward clear-eyed spiritual maturity. You become more honest with yourself, more grounded in your intuition, and much more discerning with your energy. You and 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 you release what is false, embrace what is real, and step into a version of yourself that is spiritually sober, emotionally present, and deeply aligned with truth. That's enough of me. Archangel, what say you?
Yeah, this while I was going over the chart and taking notes on this lunar eclipse in Pisces, I was watching cartoons. I was watching Looney Tunes, and it was an episode where they were going back and forth, like, it's duck season, it's rabbit season, it's duck season, it's rabbit season. And he was like, it's rabbit season. He like, it's duck season. And then he just went out and got shot up. So that came to, I was watching it laughing, but it was at the same time I was looking at this T square that's going to be taking place during this eclipse.
Yes.
So the sun and Mercury will both be in Virgo, and Mercury is exalted and home in Virgo, opposing the full moon in Pisces. But Uranus will be in the mix as a square. So it's basically what we call a T square. So even though we have the opposition with Virgo and Pisces, Uranus being here and being an outer planet as well, creating a square, like, yeah, we're going to be thinking about our health and routines. Yeah, we're going to be in a very spiritual, soulful space with the unseen realm. However, we're also got the element of Gemini there where there's going to be multiple ideas, multiple channels that we can connect with. This is going to bring on a lot of prophetic dreams, interpretation. A lot of people will come online channeling more, collective messages. There's going to be a big collective read that will also take place that is going to put everybody who is in the know on the same frequency, and it's going to continue to expand and grow. So that is going to be live somewhere on social media. And if you have your feed fixated on that type of entertainment, the Real Conscious Network being mimicked at this time is what they're creating or what they're calling 6G, because that's currently being put online right now. And that introduction is going to continue to increase all over the world, where it's going to be like a thing now. But we already know that's just a mimicking of us. All it is a mimic of us. So it's nothing to be afraid of, nothing to be scared of. It's just a mimic of who you are, your natural gifted ability to connect with the world around you. So during this eclipse there, the South Node in Leo, of course, still that fire trine representing our independence, our freedom, the need to connect to our divine feminine spirit, that raw, powerful energy that we all have. However, with the moon, it requires intuition, being tapped in. It requires some type of silent time, isolation. And this is the time, like during witching hour, where everyone is sleeping. That type of mood is going to be around during that week. And of course, eclipses can have an effect up to 6 months for you, depending on where it's located in your chart. It'll be real strong. But this is also a time, because this is Virgo season, so this is harvest season taking place. A lot of people are going to be talking about what you've manifested and how you've changed and how you changed your life by switching your habits. And the Virgo eclipse is going to remind you again of those habits that you always wanted to change, but you never did. And then the ones that you implemented, it's like, oh, I thought it was going to be bad. It wasn't even that bad, but like I thought it was going to be. It's actually pretty easy. I actually want to do it even more because you see the results of how it affects, like a domino effect. It's like once we knocked off that thing, everything else just fell off with it. So when we stand something up, everything can rise within us. And if anyone knows a Gemini, Geminis, love them dearly. But anytime you have a frustration with a Gemini, especially when it's a frustration between Virgo and Gemini, because they're both ruled by Mercury, which is why the rabbit season, dust season had me laughing so hard, is because those frictions that, or the square between Virgo and Gemini, um, it's just about needing change. Virgos need to lighten up, and Gemini's need to have some type of order when they do things. So that can create friction during this eclipse season. Is you trying to create order, but then you have so many ideas and thoughts and channels open that it's kind of hard to narrow down to just one. So that could definitely be um, some tension during the eclipse season as well, going into September. But you want to lighten up your thoughts. You want to give grace. You want to be compassionate with this moon in Pisces. You are able to see how much you've accomplished as well. That's definitely something you want to take seriously during Virgo season, is look back at the last 6 months and see how much you've accomplished. It doesn't have to mean that you physically moved from one place to another, but what have you noticed that you changed within yourself, even if it's just something small as you wake up earlier or you do a little bit more exercise than you used to, even if it's not every single day. Take note of those, give yourself grace, give yourself the compassion, give yourself that winning attitude that, yes, I did it and I can do more. Don't hesitate to do more, to lean in to the healthy habits that are going to be created during this eclipse season. With Saturn and Jupiter being in a fire trine, this has given us the ability to see the increase in celebrity culture and government institutions being connected, and how they're all going through a downfall when it comes to fame and entertainment, how they manufacture trying to tell us what the future is supposed to hold, when really they're just planting seeds into people's minds to help bring their desired reality into fruition by everyone seeing it and talking about it. So now that people are catching on to that, the conspiracy theorists are being kind of like winning at this time, especially every year that Pluto continues to move through Aquarius. So this is a good time to be within your vision, live in your vision as it is your filter. Don't break your character, or don't break character with Jupiter and South Node being in Leo, as it is fixed on your own way of maintaining your creativity. The opposition to Pluto is to not bring harm to the innocent. So this full moon is going to accomplish getting organized, setting things up, getting the proper channels open for intimate flow with spirit. This can also be us alchemizing when it comes to business, self, our spiritual routines, or even how we deal with our family members moving forward. The tension will come through with the last eclipse. I was talking about how we may have to demonstrate emotional intelligence when it comes to those who are less aware or ignorant. But this lunar eclipse is about allowing ourselves to be excused um, when it comes to like being more forgiving of ourselves, but allowing ourselves to be off the hook, knowing that we have more with our higher consciousness. We don't have to downplay ourselves. We don't have to play the inferiority game anymore that the Virgo energy tends to do sometimes. This is a great opportunity to run down all of the epic shifts that have taken place, and also look at how much humanity or the future we don't really have to fear at all. It's all an illusion when it comes to the fears that are being spoken about, and we always will have the answers that we need within. So, how this eclipse is going to work for us, it'll give us the ability to continue to stay focused, take those small breaks in routine to refresh, release attachments of emotional illusions or despairing ideals that the world generates through mass media consumption. We don't have to be a part of that bullshit. Continue to build your desired reality. That's where the key focuses are going to be. What we are choosing to become this full moon eclipse is about becoming your most industrial self. You Virgo is very handy, okay, very handy, and it also relates to the blacksmith as well. You have all the necessary tools, just like a magician, to create whatever it is that you want. And Virgo is an earth sign, so yes, we have a harvest. Yes, we're going to be reaping all the things that we've manifested so far. Continue to use those same tools to continue to build on top of what you already have. Um, And this is a release where we're no longer waiting for someone to come in our lives and bring us joy. We're manufacturing, building it, industrializing, creating it, thinking about it, writing about it, whatever we need to do on our own. Everyone else would just be a support for what we've already created and manifested for ourselves. So this is a great opportunity this month to pay attention when you realize that the end is near or present in any given situation, and release it energetically as well as physically with grace. I'm excited.
I'm excited too. I'm excited.
I'll leave something else. I'll leave it out. What is this? What is this? Oh, Neptune, sextile, and this Pluto, they both retrograde, helping us to uncover true personal power and what the ego can really do. And it doesn't have to be damaging either.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Woo.
Thank you, Archangel. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. What y'all have just heard was Master Self Astrology on the Sevens Broadcast Network, where Archangel Elenia brings celestial clarity, spiritual precision, and cosmic alignment to every listener. She reads the sky as a living intelligence, guiding you through planetary movements, energetic shifts, and the deeper meaning behind your timing. This is where astrology becomes activation for your path in every season. All right, all right. What I want to do right now is I want to open it up really quick for comments, questions, concerns. Also, I want everyone to think about what the fullness of your authentic self is. Just ruminate on that for a minute. Just chew on what the fullness of your authentic self is. Just ruminate on that while I hit this chime. Uh-oh. A little chime if something's on it. Hold what you are thinking, feeling, and sensing about your authentic self. Hold on to that thought right now that you got. And then now, I want you to think about 1, 2, at the most 3 of your goals, desires, or active pursuits. At the most 3. But think of 1 or 2 of your emerging and manifesting goals, desires, and active pursuits that have already aligned with you. I want you to think about those while I hit this chime, and hold the thought throughout the chime.
Can you repeat that one more time if you don't mind?
I want you to think about your goals, your desires, your active pursuits, and what you want to manifest for yourself, vocationally, spiritually, relationship wise, the whole thing, your entire ways and means of living and being, how you live, where you live, who you hang with, all of the things, what you do for your entertainment, what you do for your finance, what you trade your time for money for. Yes. And hold it while I hit the chime. Find a position where your body can be at ease and that your spine is semi-relaxed, where it can lengthen. Let your hands rest in a way that feels natural. I got mine in my lap, or you can put them over your heart, or you can put them down beside you. Gently close your eyes or soften your gaze. Begin by noticing the simple fact that you are here. One breath, one moment, one soul present here. We'll do a 7-7-7-7 breath. Breathe in, hold, breathe out, hold, now. Bring your awareness to the base of your spine, legs, and feet. Normally breathing, sense the weight of your body and imagine a gentle anchoring into Mother Earth. Steady, supportive, unwavering. Let this anchoring hold your financial breakthroughs, your emotional stability, your relational reconnection, your inner healing, and your forward progress as living intentions. Breathe in to draw breath from the earth up into your body. Breathe in. Hold. Feel stability gathering in your sacral chakra. Release. Release tension, doubt, lack, and scarcity. Hold. Rest in your quiet space you have created. Return to normal breathing. Sense how your body feels slightly more open and slightly more grounded. Now we're going to concentrate on financial breakthroughs and your emotional stability. Bring your attention to your lower belly and solar plexus. Imagine a warm, golden light vibrating, steady, confident. This is the field of financial breakthroughs and emotional stability. Silently, in your mind's eye view, affirm, I am worthy of sustainable abundance. I am capable of emotional steadiness. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Hold. Return to normal breathing. Silently affirm, I am worthy of sustainable abundance. I am capable of emotional steadiness. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Hold. In your mind's eye view, see pathways opening. See opportunities. See your ideals. See supportive people. See your aligned decisions. Feel your nervous system softening as you imagine money and resources flowing in ways that honor your integrity and your needs. Emotional stability arises as you trust your capacity to respond, to adapt, to choose. Draw in confidence and possibility. Breathe in. Hold so the power can settle in your core. Breathe out and release fear, anxiety, and old lack and scarcity stories. And hold as you rest in calm, grounded presence. Return to normal breathing. Notice any subtle shifts, more space, you may be calmer, you may have more trust. Now we deal with your relational reconnection and inner healing. Bring awareness to your heart chakra. Imagine a gentle, bright light expanding in your chest. This is the field of relational reconnection and inner healing. Silently affirm, I am open to healing. I am open to reconnection. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Hold. Return to normal breathing. Allow faces, memories, or feelings to arise. People you love, relationships that matter, parts of yourself that have felt distant or unseen. Offer them compassion. See threads of connection reweaving in your mind's eye view. See your honest conversations. See your mutual understandings. See your shared presence. See, sense, and feel inner healing as it moves and as you allow your own feelings to be valid, held, and honored. Draw in love, compassion, and gentleness. Breathe in. Release the abundance of love that will saturate your heart. Hold. Release old hurts, resentment, and self-judgment. And now rest in the quiet after the release. Return to normal breathing. Feel your heart more spacious, and it should be more available. Now we deal with our forward progress. Now bring your awareness to your third eye, your inner vision center. Sense a clear path extending in front of you. That's your forward progress. Silently affirm. I move forward in alignment with my soul. My steps are guided and supported. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Hold. Return to normal breathing. See yourself taking one step, then another, making decisions, completing tasks, opening to new beginnings. Financial breakthroughs, emotional stability, relational reconnection, and inner healing all travel with you as companions, not conditions. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. And hold. Return to normal breathing. Let your breath be natural as you imagine the next week, the next month, the next season, unfolding with steady movement. You do not need to rush. Progress is measured in aligned steps, not speed. Bring your awareness back to your whole body. Feet, legs, torso, arms, hands, neck, face. Sense the field you have created. Grounded, open, quietly powerful. Offer one final silent blessing to yourself. May my life reflect the breakthroughs, stability, reconnection, healing, and progress I have welcomed today. May my life reflect the breakthroughs, stability, reconnection, healing, and progress I have welcomed today. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Hold. Return to normal breathing. When you are ready, gently deepen your breath or wiggle your fingers or toes, open your eyes, pinch yourself, move your neck. Let yourself know you are back in the now. Y'all all right? Yeah. Your authentic self is available. Your manifesting goals, desires, and active pursuits are available. Getting down to the very essence and core of who you are, why you are, how you are, and what things you like, love, dislike, and are deal breakers. All of that is open. All of our slates are clean right now. All of us have a clean canvas. And every possibility in the universe is right here. All you got to do is and pull it down. Any comments? Any questions? Any concerns? Archangel, can you open up your mic and let the people know how they can get in contact with you?
Yes, yes. You can find me and reach me directly through email. My email, I am reminiscent@gmail.com. That is where you can find me. I do have a link tree, a linktree.com/reminiscent as well. That's where you're able to download any ebooks, book a reading, email, or tap into my YouTube channel as well at I am reminiscent. Thank you.
You are very, very welcome. Yes, Jolene, go right ahead.
Like always, I just want to thank you for all that goodness. And I just want to, a lot of this alignment for me, when I drove to New Mexico, where I would live now, out here is space, space, just space. I'm from the Bronx, so you can imagine. This is space. This is universe, sky, sun, moon, and all that. And when I came and had the experience with the mountain, that's how my book came along. It touched where I was and allowed me all that to come from my body out into a book from the universe. And so I just wanted to encourage everyone to really read my book, really, because I don't explain anything like this, like you're explaining. My thing is how I can express it through my own insight and own experience and life experiences. And so I think for me, what you say is how it aligns with me through the book.
Absolutely.
And so I just want to encourage everyone to see if you can read it. And it's on audio book now. So it's all cool.
Tell them where to go to get it.
Oh, well, it's called Jolene's Written Expressions from the City, because I'm from New York, to an ocean, because I lived in San Diego for a couple of years, and now to a mountain, because now I live in New Mexico. And beautiful thing. So it's a memoir. It's not a research thing. It's just a living testimony. And so it's on Amazon now. It's on several other places like Apple, and then Barnes and Noble, an audiobook on Amazon. So really, please, I would like to really get everyone's how they view the experience in the book with it. So
Absolutely.
thank you, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. RD the Mystic, what you got in closing, brother?
It was a great show as always. And ladies, I want you to do what you have to do to press a button. I just want to do this one thing. I like to always confirm value. Do me a favor and type a 1 in the chat if you notice the alignment of today, if you notice the alignment of the previous shows. I enjoy listening to everyone here as you went through your story and as you shared what you shared. I hope you noticed the alignment. So do me a favor and just hit the chat. Just drop a 1 in the chat if you noticed the alignment on the show today. And I want to thank everybody for your participation. Thank everybody for sharing. The meditation was amazing. And we look forward to seeing you guys next week. I appreciate you guys.
Thank you. Thank you, RD. Thank you. Lady D, are you okay?
I am.
All right. All right. Just want to give you your opportunity to say your piece, my dear.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay quiet on this, but thank you so much.
Okay, well, I'm grateful and thankful for you being here. Dawn, I'm thankful and grateful for you being here. Kentara, thankful and grateful for you being here. Wendy, we love you and we're grateful that you are here with us. And always, Natanya, we are thankful and grateful for all, each and every one of y'all for being here, but we are running over, so this has been On the Sevens with Piper's Beat Metatron, where we come to awaken to our mastered self, ascend with our evolving soul, and expand our consciousness mind. We are thankful and grateful for each and every one of you for your support and encouragement. Please continue to keep On the Sevens with Piper's Beat Metatron a part of your soul's journey as your mastered self awaits you. Let me leave you with this. As above, so below. As within, so without. As of the cosmos, so in your soul core level, it is so, it is so. Always be authentically you, unapologetically, until we gather again. Goodbye for now. I am Piper's B Metatron on the Sevens, signing off. Zen Uru, Zen Uru, Zen Uru. Just keep watching your emails. Got some exciting things coming. At least one, possibly two new shows on the network in the month of September. So also we will be in live production mode with our spiritual intelligence. We will be doing that. Expected launch date September 21st, the fall equinox. So a lot of things are happening. I appreciate all of your support and all of your donations and all of your tears and all of the things that you guys are doing and will do. This is a great, great time to be me, but it's also a great time to be individually you and you and you and you and you and everybody. It's just a great time for each of us to be who we each are.